Have you ever had that feeling, that little whisper inside that just says, there's got to be more to life than this? That feeling that there's some kind of power, some hidden potential inside you that you haven't even begun to tap into. Well, what if that wasn't just a daydream? What if that feeling was actually the key to everything?
It's that sense, isn't it? That your life isn't just this random series of events that you have to react to. It's a feeling that the world you're looking at right now, it's not the final destination. It's just the starting line.
And this is the fundamental idea we're diving into today. This is the big shift. Your life isn't something that just happens to you. Think of it more like a conversation. Your life is constantly, and I mean constantly, responding to you, to your energy, to your thoughts, to the very vibration you're putting out. Okay, so let's get into it. This isn't about learning some complicated new skill from scratch. No. This is about uncovering a power that you already possess. It's a force that has been quietly shaping your destiny all along, whether you knew it or not. I love this quote because it just cuts right to the chase. A mirror doesn't create anything, right? It just reflects. And your life works the exact same way. It's giving you a perfectly honest reflection of what's going on inside you, your dominant thoughts, your core beliefs, your feelings. You can't change the reflection by yelling at the mirror. You have to change what you're putting in front of it.
So really, this gives us two totally different ways to live our lives. Over on the left, you've got living by reaction. This is where, let's be honest, most of us spend our time. We're getting pushed around by circumstances, pulled by old habits, and our moods are all over the place. But then, you look to the right, living by creation. This is a life that's directed by intention, guided by conscious choice, and anchored in a real sense of purpose. And let me tell you, making the jump from that left column to the right one, it's the most powerful change you can ever make.
So how does this actually work? What's the real mechanism that turns an inner feeling into an outer reality? Well, here's the absolute core of it. Your thoughts are not just little passive, empty things floating around in your head. They are a real, tangible force.
The key idea to wrap your head around is thought vibration. Think about it like this. Just like a musical note or a beam of light, every single thought you have sends out a specific frequency, a particular kind of energy. And the law here is incredibly simple. Like attracts like. A thought of anxiety sends out a vibration that literally attracts more things to be anxious about. A thought of gratitude and confidence, well, it attracts experiences that give you more to be grateful and confident about.
So a great way to picture this is to imagine your mind as a powerful broadcasting station. Every single second of every day, it's sending a signal out into the universe. You are constantly shaping your reality. So the real question isn't if you're broadcasting, it's what signal are you sending out?
We can actually break this whole creative process down into 4 really simple steps. First, it all starts with a thought. That's the seed you plant. That thought then creates a vibration, which is the signal you broadcast. That signal acts like a magnet, attracting things with a similar vibration. And finally, that attraction shows up in your physical world as your experience. That's the harvest. See? The invisible always comes before the visible.
Okay, you might be thinking, if it's that simple, why do I feel so conflicted all the time? Why do I consciously want one thing, but seem to keep getting something else? Great question. And the answer is that we don't just have one mind, we have two. Think of them as a commander and a very, very loyal soldier.
Let's break down their roles. Your active mind, that's your conscious mind, is the captain of the ship. It's the part of you that chooses, analyzes, and decides on a destination. But your passive mind, your subconscious, that's the ship itself and the entire crew. It doesn't argue, it doesn't analyze, it just accepts the captain's orders, follows old habits, and works 24/7 to carry out whatever instructions it's been given.
So how do you give new orders to the ship? How do you change its course? Well, it's not by force. You can't just yell at your subconscious to change. You program it through consistency. You do it through the repetition of a new idea. You do it by creating a vivid imagination of what you want. You supercharge it by attaching strong emotion to that vision. You build consistent habits that align with it. And most importantly, you hold a deep, sincere belief that is possible. What you impress upon this deeper mind over and over again with feeling, that becomes its new set of instruction.
All right, so this is where it all gets real. This is where the theory becomes practice. Now that we get the system, the creative process, the two minds, how do we actually take the wheel of the ship? How do we become the conscious director of our own inner world?
The main tool you have for this is your will. And I'm not talking about willpower in the sense of gritting your teeth and forcing something. Think of your will as this quiet, calm, steady authority at the very center of your being. It's the part of you that simply chooses which thought gets to stay and which one has to go. It's the guardian at the gate of your mind.
And here is an incredibly simple, practical tool you can use anytime, anywhere. I call it the 3-second reset. Step 1, just pause. In the middle of anything, just stop and ask, what vibration am I putting out right now? Is it frustration? Is it stress? Step 2, choose. Ask, what vibration would actually serve me better right now? Peace, clarity? And finally, step 3, focus. Use that calm will to gently hold on to that new thought, that new feeling, just for a few seconds. That's it. In that moment, you just took command of your ship.
When you start to practice this, even for a few seconds here and there throughout your day, you begin a massive shift. You go from being a product of your circumstances to becoming the architect of your experience. You stop getting thrown around by the waves of the outside world because you're now anchored to an inner state that you chose on purpose.
In the end, it all comes down to this one powerful truth. This is the whole game right here. It's not about trying to change the world outside of you first. It's about changing your own frequency, your own dominant inner state of being. And when you change your vibration, your life has to, by law, rearrange itself to match it. So what does this shift in perspective really mean for you? It means going from simply reacting to life to actively creating your life. It's the difference between feeling like a victim of circumstance and knowing you are the source of your experience. It means you stop being a sponge for all the negative energy around you and you start becoming a broadcasting tower for your own clarity and purpose. Because now you understand the deepest rule of the game. The invisible world of your thoughts always creates the visible world of your experience.
And so that leaves us with this one final question. Right now, in this very moment, the entire creative power of the universe is paying attention. It's waiting for your direction. It's waiting on the very next thought that you choose to focus on. The power is yours. The choice is yours. So, what will it be?